Stihl 011 AV. This was my dad's saw. Hasn't run in quite some time, and we're fixing to see if we can try to get it all fixed up. Needs a bunch of bushings. The handles kind of torn up a little bit there. Couldn't get it to pop, so I don't know if it's got fire. We'll see. It popped. Wants to. All right, well, I was pretty sure that she would pop over. So we are just going to start tearing this thing down, get everything cleaned up. I'm sure it's just a carburetor type deal. And replace bushing. Like, I'm not sure what's going on right there. Anyhow, never worked on this saw before. My dad bought it new. Oh gosh, 81 or 2, somewhere through there. So we'll break it down, get it all cleaned up, and get back after it. All right, so I'm down this far. Not convinced that was the right bar, but this thing is nasty as it can be. See there, I got the screws out of this side. This was the clutch cover, so it's pretty old gross. But let's take this off and just see. So it's not awful. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Last one I did was worse than this. Huh. All right, keep going. All right, so what I try to do on these little things, I just try to use common sense, right? I knock all the thick stuff loose, and it all ends up piled up on the table. And then when I get the carburetor off, especially in this one, I hadn't done one like this before, I got the shop vac out and tried to suck as much of that stuff out of there as I could. Then I'll put something down in this. I got some rubber gloves I like to pile up and put into where the intake goes into the cylinder, and then I'll blow as much of this stuff out before I try to actually clean much of anything with a solvent. So that's where it's at. I probably won't finish this video for a while because I'm going to order some stuff for this one. All these bushings, probably a spark plug, definitely an air filter, just a few things like that to try to get this bad boy freshened right on up. All right, so basically all I do, this is just a big vat. This is simple green. I don't really use any harsh stuff. Anyway, just old paintbrush. I'm just gonna take my time and go through here. And the paintbrush normally gets in and does pretty good down in all the cracks and crevices. I'll normally give them a good once over like this, and then leave it for a while, let it soak, and then I'll come back and hit it a few more times. It takes a lot of time, like all down in here, man, it takes forever to get this stuff out of here. So anyhow, it's just to let the stuff loosen it up, and then you come back and work it, and then let it loosen it up, and then you come back and work it some more. So that's what we're doing. Cleaning phase, man, cleaning phase. So lose that. All right, so this is where we are at with the Stihl 011. So everything cleaned up pretty good. All this patina on here, the scuffs and everything else, was all done by my father or whomever he might have handed it to. But everything cleaned up pretty good. And we are waiting on a carb kit, a filter, bushings. I ordered some bushings, and what else? Oh, carb kit, air filter, spark plug. So anyhow, as soon as I get that stuff, and so this was a sticker that was legible when I started this process, and the mean green, which I didn't think would take stuff off, sure did take it off. But if anybody out there watching this knows where I can get a sticker or replacement stickers for these saws, let me know, because I'd love to have that sticker back on there. This was a cool sticker that was on here. So that says manufactured by Stihl Incorporated, Virginia Beach, Virginia, USA. So this is a early 80s saw. My dad couldn't remember exactly what year he bought it, but he bought it somewhere around 81 or 2. So it's gonna be a cool little dude for me to have back going. Yeah, so I'll get these parts in, get it put back together. We'll see if we can get her fired up and get her running good. I got a lot of parts ordered for this thing, but I'm kind of chomping at the bit to start putting it back together. I just don't like all this stuff sitting here apart like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together. So I'm waiting on some bushings, some replacement bushings that are gonna be like these. And I'm not even sure if that's what they're really called, but there's several of these on here that I want to replace. The main one was on the handle right there that was all busted up. So I'm gonna replace all those, and I'm still waiting on a carb kit, a filter, and a spark plug. And man, I ordered that stuff days ago, and it feels like it's taking forever. Normally that stuff comes pretty fast. Oh, and I also found a replacement sticker. Not sure if I'm just gonna leave this one on here so I don't have to deal with all the sticky or what, but we're gonna put it back together, and so it's just not gonna be all in these pieces everywhere. Here we go. For some reason, it just doesn't seem like I'm getting as tight a fit on this piece all the way around right here as it was before. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, I'm not sure. And it might be because the bar's not in there, I don't know. We're gonna keep going with it for right now. Yeah, it's gotta be because the bar's not in there. Has to be. Let's put a bar in it. Put a bar in it. Just gonna put the chain on it right now. How about that? We'll put the bar in it. Even though, still not convinced that this is the right bar. But we have it right here. So I have some questions for you guys who are watching. I like the beat upness of the old saw, but like right here, there was some kind of sticker, and I don't know if that sticker was pertinent to the saw or not. Had to have been, probably some kind of factory sticker. And you got this one that says manufactured by Stihl, Virginia Beach. That one was on the saw. And like I said a little while ago, I have found a replacement sticker on eBay for this. Replacing that for sure. I think what I'm wondering is, would anybody worry about this? Would you leave it as patina, or would you get that off and get all the sticky off and just have it clean paint? I'm just curious as to what other people's opinions are. Just don't like that. Just don't like that. All right, dummy figured it out. It's only so many damn screws, right? Let's just Getting all these little rubber pieces and all to line up right there. Just like that, kind of. Maybe not as crappy as I do it, but we're just hoping the damn thing's gonna run again. Joke of the day, joke of the day. All right, I am back to the 011. So got all my parts in this week. So I have replaced the spark plug. I did a rebuild on the carburetor, cleaned all that stuff up. I found the sticker. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, and then this bushing right here. Bushing has been replaced and that one got replaced. So got a couple extra parts. Everything's all cleaned up. Emptied out the gas. It got a new filter in the tank and it got a new breather filter. So everything's fresh. I do not have my camera stand up here because I suck. So I'm gonna try my best to prop this thing up, and I'm gonna get my cool little sticker on there and I'm gonna try this thing out, see if I can't get it to fire up. There she is. Old sticker went right back on there. It's pretty cool too. It has some lines on it that kind of help you line up with that split in the middle there. So try to get this old camera propped up so I can try this bad boy out. All right, it's like an hour and a half later, and I'm going to tell you, I didn't film any of that. That was the most painful thing ever. The guy that tuned this carburetor last time just butchered this thing up, and it took me forever to get it back. But here it is. No chain on it, by the way. But here it is. Got it. All right, so there's still some tuning to do on this saw a little bit. It's not flat right off the kick there, but a little bit. So, but it is up and running. That was my goal. My dad is so excited about this saw running, and he's dying just to go use it. And I'm not all that interested in using it, but he'll probably get to use it some here and there. But anyhow, for now, that's it. I may do some little short videos or something on the saw, cutting with it and all that stuff, and we'll just see how she does. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Finished up with a 011 AV, probably an 81 or 2 model. We'll see you guys on the next one.